Hi everyone, it is 11:30 a.m. here in New York. Welcome back to my vlog. This is my life because guess what? This is my life. I'm coming live to you in my room. I finally have gotten myself out of bed. I don't know what was going on last night with me, but I just could not get comfortable and I kept on having like weird heart palpitations no matter how I laid down. And that really irritates me because my cardiologist is like, well, they're harmless. They're harmless. It's your anxiety. Well, yeah, I do struggle with anxiety, but heart palpitations are not 100% always about your anxiety. And like I said before in a previous video, is stop blaming everything on anxiety. That's not it. I guarantee I was laying in a position for too long and it messed with the heart rate. Um, so I ended up taking at almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I ended up taking a beta blocker to slow down my heart rate because the heart palpitations were getting really bad. Um, the pain was getting really bad. And it was to the point that I was literally crying. Not out loud because I didn't want to wake up my husband because, he had already gotten woken up from people that live around us in this place, slamming doors and all that. So I didn't want to interrupt him while he was sleeping. So kind of cried to myself. Now, this is not the reason for my video. I just wanted to bring up a point of why I was still laying in bed. Wasn't feeling too good. I took my allergy meds this morning. Right after my husband left for work, I took my allergy meds and then I took my 5-HTP, which the first day taking it, um, I felt a little better. I had a little more energy. I felt a little better. Yesterday, it was just an off day. I'm not 100% sure why it was such an off day. Something must have triggered it. So today is working on day 3 of taking the 5-HTP along with the digestive enzyme, which the digestive enzyme seems to be helping really well, but that's because it's got the probiotics and the prebiotics. So that is actually helping me very well. I don't have heart palpitations as bad when after I eat, so that's good. I am still taking for my nausea throughout the day. I am taking my ginger root um, to kind of help. Plus, I also have prescription pantoprazole. I'm not 100% sure which heartburn acid reducer that is over the counter. Um, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just gives me the name of it. But that's not the reason for this video either. Reason for this video is let's talk about how depression, stress, dealing with trauma, um, dealing with a lot of bullshit does to a person and their mental health. Okay. As y'all know, we live in a very crappy rooming house in the city. But like I said, it's a roof over our head temporarily because we're on a waiting list, hoping to get into a real apartment. And that's what I need. I need a real apartment. I need a real apartment. I need multiple rooms. I need multiple rooms. Another reason I need multiple rooms is now, don't say anything smart assed in my video because of how unorganized I am in here. This is a room, one freaking room that I'm trying to cram a lot of shit in. Whereas if I had a real apartment, I expand where everything goes because we own a lot of shit. We have a lot of belongings. And all of our belongings are sitting in a storage unit. Okay, this is just shit that didn't fit in a second storage unit that got crammed into a little room. But normally, when I have an apartment, you can ask anybody. I love to clean. I love to decorate. I love to organize. Believe me, once we get into our own place, once we get into a real apartment, and I start doing my vlog in our apartment, you're going to see how well it's organized, how well it's cleaned, because I love to clean. Okay. I was a housekeeper for so long before my mental health started getting really bad. I was a housekeeper because I love to clean. I'm like my mother. She loved to clean. Plus, she also struggled with mental health problems as well. So now I'm starting to see why she cleaned a lot. So I will be glad to get a real apartment. So I have all these different rooms that I can put my stuff in, and I can put my husband's stuff in, and I have more places to pace when my anxiety gets bad. Because right now, my anxiety is bad. I start getting those heart palpitations. They say get up and start walking around. I'm not going to go out that door. I'm not going to go out that door. I may once in a while, but I'm not going to go out that door. What I'm going to do is end up walking around in a horseshoe because the only places I have to walk is around this bed. Okay, around this bed. And if you look around this room when I'm filming, which I'm mainly staying in this direction where you see a closet behind me, you see that closet's disorganized? Well, here's why it's disorganized. One, we have a mouse problem, okay? And I had to pull everything out for them to fix the the openings where the mice were coming from. Well, we still have a mouse problem. Caught one last night. I hate hearing their little squeak, 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 squeak when I'm trying to sleep. It's really irritating when you're trying to sleep because if you struggle with a sleeping disorder, you don't want to hear some obnoxious squeaking sound. Bad enough I have to hear people that are probably doing drugs slamming their doors every 2 to 5 minutes. Like, I don't know how many times you have to come out of your room in the middle of the night. I mean, if you have a bladder problem, go see a doctor. If you have a bowel problem, go see a doctor. Why do you got to run in and out, in and out, in and out? There's no need for it. I mean, seriously, when it's time to go to bed, you go to bed. Go to bed. The only time you get up, go to the bathroom. You shouldn't have to go to the bathroom that many times in the night, even with a bladder problem. And here's the thing, I have an overactive bladder. I'm up many times to go to the bathroom, but I'm not up every 2 to 5 minutes to go to the bathroom. If you have to be up that many times to go to a bathroom, you need to see a damn doctor. Seriously. But back to that closet behind me. All right. So back to the closet behind me. The reason it's unorganized is because there's a lot of boxes in there that came out of that one storage unit we had to empty and get rid of. It's kitchen stuff. It's kitchen stuff. Like, I have pots, I have pans, just a few pots and pans. I have some dishware. I have there's a trash can in there that I was hoping to be able to use as our trash can, but it's got my waffle maker in it. It's got my sandwich maker in it. It's got geez, I think it's got a frying pan in there. I don't know. There's stuff in there because when we moved it from the storage unit to here, I just threw it in a trash can. Another thing is like we have board games. You can see that there's board games there. Originally, I want to get those up there, but we have a mouse problem. So I got to reorganize all that. And that's very overwhelming when you struggle with your mental health. You need help. My husband works 6 days a week. Okay. He pulls doubles on Thursdays and Fridays. So it's up to me to do the organizing. I know he says it doesn't matter what the room looks like, it's just a room. To me, it does. It does. Because when a person struggles with their mental health, having clutter, which, like I said, this is not I'm going to admit it. It is clutter, but it's because we don't have anywhere else to put this stuff. We cannot afford a second storage unit. So when you live around a lot of clutter, and this I don't understand how people that hoard survive. Okay. All right. So when you live around a lot of clutter and things are disorganized, cluttered, disorganized, it's just that can actually mess with your mental health. It can actually mess with your mental health because what it does is it overstimulates your brain. Because if you're in like a room, okay, say you're in a room just like this, okay, which I hope nobody ever has to live long term in a room like this, because we don't plan on it. I don't plan on it. If you live in a room, okay, you're renting a room and you have your belongings in here, or most of your belongings, like we do. Some people here, I think it's all their belongings. When you wake up in the morning and you deal with, some aches and pains that you have, because, a lot of people that struggle with their mental health, they get a lot of aches. We get a lot of aches and pains. It has nothing to do with our age. It's just, it's a symptom. It's their symptoms. Look it up on what mental health symptoms you have, what symptoms you have from struggling with anxiety, depression, panic, anything mental health related. It will say you have aches and pains, muscle aches, body aches, back pains, you name it. They do. And when you're situated to the point that you can sit up or stand up, whatever, and you look around your room, and this happens to me every day, and it overwhelms me. It seriously overwhelms me. When you look around your room and you see that it's unorganized, it's cluttered, that starts overstimulating your brain, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta organize this. I have to organize this. And the thing is when you get that in your brain, you get up and you're dealing with your mental health and whatnot, and you just don't have the energy to do it. You need to do it, but you don't have the energy to do it. Or your symptoms are getting way out of control, that your brain is saying, you know what, take your happy little ass back to bed, just go back to sleep, take a nap. We'll see you in a couple hours. Because that's what happens to me. And I really hate it. I wish I could just turn off that little voice in my head that says, you know what, that's too overwhelming. Just go back to bed. Go back to bed. And why my brain is saying go back to bed is because I'm in a room. I don't have a couch. Couldn't fit a couch in here. I have chairs, but right now, nowhere to put those chairs. There's nowhere to put those chairs. So where can I sit? Where do I sit? On the bed. And here's the thing, because I struggle with back problems, because I have a misaligned spine, I can't just sit on that bed all the time. I have to actually lay down and be at like a 40-degree angle laying down. And what is that doing? What is that doing? That's contributing to my back problems. That is making it worse for me, because now my back is becoming weak. My back is becoming weak because I'm constantly laying down. The only time I'm up is to go to the bathroom, go outside, do this. And because I have a misaligned spine, it hurts when I stand here to do my videos, which is why originally I wanted to have this spot right here be where I did my sit down videos for my content creating and my podcast and everything that I do. But unfortunately, I needed this stand to put some things on, and I have to use this stand. So I have no room to be able to sit down, do videos. So I was hoping that over by my closet, I would be able to set up a little portable place for me to sit and do my sit down content, my vlogging, my podcast, my content creating. But that has not become a reality yet. We've been here since July 1st. We're going to say July 1st because it was just a couple days before July started. So we're just going to call it July 1st. And it seems like I had this organized once. Okay. I had this organized once. And obviously you guys didn't see that because I just started this vlog October 1st. But those that do watch my TikTok videos, you can see that I did have this organized once. But what had happened is when we had to give up that storage unit, that stuff came here. I ended up with more stuff because that closet was almost empty. It was almost empty. It was like barely anything in there. And up against the walls. There was barely anything there except for our clothing. Okay. And now I have my exercise bike is here, my exercise equipment's here, my yoga stuff is here. Um, my humidifier's here, which now I got to figure out where the heck I'm going to put my humidifier because once winter gets here or the cold weather really hits, I need my humidifier because, and what really concerns me is having that humidifier in a place that has mold because I'm putting moisture into the air, which is going to be helping the mold. So I don't know if I should just struggle with my breathing and everything because I don't want to bring more mold in here, or do I take the chance of bringing more mold in here and making it easier for me to breathe? I have an air purifier that's supposed to be helping. That's that humming sound everybody keeps hearing, okay? Because in the beginning, my air purifier was up here, and I was having the stand that this is on, was on top of my air purifier because there's this little like spot that I can place something on that's not going to interfere with the air purifier. I was just placed it there. I turned the air purifier down to I think it was a 1, and everybody kept saying they heard a humming, and the humming mainly could be I had fans on, and I had my air purifier right there. So if you're hearing a humming sound, it's 10 chance 1 it's my air purifier. Okay. I think I've mentioned that many times. I have an air purifier because I need to be able to have clean air. I get clean air in here, but the minute I walk out that door, I get sick. I get sick. I get dizzy. I get nauseous. Heart palpitations are going. That's from the mold toxicity. That's because it's nasty out there. Okay, there's mold out there. And I'm afraid that there might be black mold out there because nobody is actually looking into this shit. Because when you live in these type of areas, the city and in places like this, people do not upkeep on anything. They say, hell, we're getting the rent. What do we care? Leave it on them. So when you're dealing with your depression, stress, trauma, it takes a lot of energy for you to move. And it sucks. I'm out of iced tea after this. It takes a lot of energy for you to move around. And for me, I feel so overwhelmed when I wake up in the morning and I see everything I have to do. Normally, I sit down with like a notebook, like, all right, this is my notebook to keep track of my medication or my supplements or whatever, when I take it, how much I took. That way I know. Usually I would sit down and I would write up, what needs to be done. I would call it Operation Cleaning or Operation Organize or Operation Overhaul. I have all these little operation names for it, but when you're overwhelmed, you don't want to pick up a damn pen. You don't want to look at a damn pen. You don't want to look at a piece of paper. You're like, you just want this to I just want to be able to Samantha and it'd be clean. Okay? Why can't it be a bewitched moment and just clean? Oh, wait, no. She's not the snap. She's the. What's the snap? No idea. No clue. Who does the snap? Which witch does the snap? Sabrina, Teenage Witch. I think that's who does the snap. Samantha does the. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. But yeah, I wish I could wiggle my nose or snap my fingers, and this would be all organized. That'd be really weird if I was snapping my fingers and everything just got clean while I'm doing this video. I'll be like, then you all are going to be like, you know what? I saw that little, I saw that glitch where she paused it. She's not in the right spot. She's not in the same spot. You know how people are. You try to analyze every damn video you see. All right. Well, anyways, back to how depression, stress, traumatic experiences can affect a person and their energy and whatnot. I have dealt with a lot of shit in the past 3 years, okay? And I do want to talk about that. I do want to talk about that soon. Um, and all of that I've dealt with has done a lot of damage to me. I've had a lot of depression, a lot of stress. I've dealt with a lot of traumatic things. And what it does is now it's got me to the point that I'm considered lazy. Okay. Even though I'm not being lazy, I'm considered lazy. And that's only because people see that I'm not doing anything. And the thing is I struggle with my mental health. And people that struggle with their mental health, they understand. They understand. Like me, I want to tackle that damn closet. I want to get that damn closet organized. But you know what? I got an odd feeling my brain is going to start talking and be like, you know what? You were standing there for like an hour doing a video. Just go back to bed. Go back to bed. It's comfortable, ain't it? Go back to bed. Scroll through TikTok. Check your Facebooks. Yeah, I have multiple Facebooks. They're for different things. Or check that email, or you know what? Check and see if your husband's order, if there's any info on that. Just go back to bed. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have anything to do today. No, no. I need to stop listening to that in my brain. I need to get shit done. And that's the thing is I always wanted to start my exposure therapy, and I don't know, something about here makes me not want to do the exposure therapy, because I want to do the exposure therapy for outside for my agoraphobia, because I'm afraid of going outside by myself. But when you live in a city and not so safe area with some sketchy people around you, you don't want to go out there. So when somebody struggles with depression, it is very draining. It's very draining. And it's hard to get motivated. And I've been dealing with that for so long. And it seems like once I do want to get started to be motivated and I get motivated, something fucking happens. Something fucking happens. And then there goes my motivation out the damn window. But I'm hoping that all this bad luck that we've been having is gone. Is gone. Because we are away from the trauma. I'm away from the trauma, from that toxic woman. Okay. I am done with that toxic woman. And hopefully next month, after we have my husband has his court date with those people, hopefully after next month we are done. And I'm hoping that we can get a restraining order or an order of protection, whatever, to keep those. You heard the door squeak, right? He didn't shut his door. WD-40 people. Anyways, in a bathroom, probably gonna stink it up because nobody knows how to use a damn air freshener around here. Well, anyways, hopefully next month, after court and everything, maybe we can work on getting a restraining order to keep these people away from us, because I am sick and tired of dealing with these people. I don't want to look at them. The woman's voice will send me into a panic. Just seeing her sends me into a panic. Ugh. And I have to keep an eye on certain Facebook posts to see if she's talking shit about us, because she has a habit of that, because she wants her friends to live in her delusional world with her. And I explained that before in the toxic mother-in-law thing. One thing I did forget to mention is the fact that she's affiliated with the Mormon church, the Latter-day Saints, cult church. Well, anyways, they did a so-called ancestry, and they told her, you're related to Elvis and you're related to Queen Elizabeth. So she assumes because she's related to Queen Elizabeth, but she's not. She's not. Believe me. Really? One, she said, well, that makes me royalty because I'm related to Queen Elizabeth. And then the Presley thing. Okay, she changed her last name Presley on Facebook. Pathetic. Pathetic. Okay, you're pathetic. I hope you see this video because you're pathetic. Anyway, she changed her last name on Facebook to Presley because she thinks she's related to Elvis Presley. And she's literally had the audacity to say, well, I should have got a portion of when Lisa Marie passed away because I'm related to Elvis. Delusional much? I am always wondering why the white coats haven't showed up yet. Um, I want to know how you do a mental health check on somebody because I know it can be done where somebody comes in, takes them to a mental health facility. They get a 72-hour evaluation going on there, and then they see if they're sane enough to send them back to the real world. She's not. She would probably be admitted with a permanent straitjacket and a rubber and walls that she can bounce off of. Get rid of her out of my life. My depression might be good. But the trauma I've dealt from her in the past 3 years is embedded into my brain. It's embedded into my brain. Okay. She's done that much damage to me. And her friends just believe everything. Like she made a post on freaking Facebook about how a 43-year-old is having her son support her. Well, you just made it sound like some random woman is being supported by your son there, but it's his wife. Okay. I didn't know that that was like a sin for a husband to be taking care of his wife financially when she's trying to get her health straight and her mental health straight that you keep destroying. But yeah, and then people like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm praying for you. Oh, that's just stupid. Oh, these are coming from comments from from people that are commenting on that. I'm like, why would you even post that? Like, really? You're making it sound like some random female is conning your son into freaking give her money. No, I'm his wife. She's delusional. She's a Kamala voter too. You didn't hear that come from me, even though I said I never turned this into politics, but I had to on that one because then we can see where she's at. She voted for Biden, and she's going to vote for the Kamala. Vote for everybody, please. Just vote for anybody but Kamala. Please, because today is not today, and tomorrow is not today, and yesterday was not today either. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, woman's voice. You know, Kamala and my toxic mother-in-law, they got both got that same nah 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 voice. Right. So I know it seems like I went a little off base, but you know what? My toxic mother-in-law is the reason my mental health is shot most of the time. She's one of the reasons. Okay. She got bumped above my original reason. She got bumped above that. So back to depression, stress, trauma. And you just heard about my trauma. We have to get ourselves out of that rut. Okay. And it's hard. It is hard because here's the thing you're battling is your brain. And you're probably thinking, and this I always wondered is how can we outsmart our own brain when it would be our brain that was telling us how to outsmart? Yeah, think about that one. Trying to outsmart our brain, but our brain is telling us how to outsmart. Think about it. Keep saying that and try to figure that one out. Because our brain is what controls everything. And if we're trying to outsmart our brain, how do you outsmart something that's actually controlling everything we do, everything we say, everything we think? So think about that one. Is there a little portion in our brain that is hidden that doesn't control everything? Like our conscience, that is actually our brain. It's our brain. It's the voice we hear inside our head. It comes from our brain. So, what we have to do is we have to outsmart it. We have to say, you know what? Stop telling me. I can't do that. I can't organize that because it's overwhelming. Stop telling me I need to go to bed. Take a nap. blah, blah, blah. Because I cannot stay living in a bed. I can't live in a bed. And there's a reason for that. I have back problems. So, my mission, and it might take me a couple days, which I don't know how it would take me a couple days because I have nowhere to put everything. Well, it's taking me a while to organize because my husband's not going to like everything being everywhere. I don't know. Seriously, I'm going to battle that closet. And then I'm going to work on trying to battle everything else. But my thing is I need help because I'm too dang short to reach that top shelf. And my husband's the same height as me, but I'm sure he can reach a little bit better than I can. But he's got things to do after work, so I'm not going to see him after he gets out of work. So who knows when he'll be here? Probably before the sun goes down, probably after the sun goes down. I don't freaking know. This was supposed to be done yesterday. It rained, which I didn't see any rain, so he couldn't do it yesterday. So he's got to do it today. So for those that suffer with depression, stress, trauma, we need to step back, assess what's going on, and tell our brain, stop ordering us around. We can do this. We can get up. We can move around. We can do this. It's going to take time. It's going to take time because believe me, I've been struggling with bad mental health since 2009. And I'm going to be talking about what caused that in one of my videos. We need to take control of our lives. Okay? Me, I started taking control of my life when I got rid of my medication that was causing me more harm than good. And it took me a while to realize that. It took me having to get rushed in an ambulance to a hospital, my heart rate going out of freaking control for me to realize my medication was causing me some problems. So let's all take control of our mental health. It's going to take time. But you know what? You're not alone because I've been battling it for so long. I'm still battling it. I'll be glad the day that I'm not battling. But here's the thing. We all have anxiety inside of us, no matter what. It's just we all deal with it differently. And those that I have dealt with like traumatic experiences are mainly the ones that are dealing with it harder. Okay. Something happened to us that caused us to have the bad anxiety. Everybody has anxiety. Everybody deals with depression. It's just people deal with it differently. And the ones that are dealing with it harder are the ones that dealt with something traumatic. We all deal with panic. It's normal. Think about it. You're in a haunted house. Okay, you're in a haunted house and you're walking along and you don't know what's going to come out at you. Okay? That's where anxiety is kicking in. And this is just a normal person. Me, I cannot walk through a haunted house because of my anxiety. Nah. Yeah, I'll be dragged out and put in an ambulance and I'll be rushed to a hospital. It really sucks because I would love to be able to go to a haunted house with my husband. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Hopefully. It's on the bucket list to be able to get back and doing that. So you're walking through a haunted house and you don't know what's going to come at you. Okay. Things bounce out at you. People bounce out at you and you don't know if people touch you. So you just feel that bump, bump, bump in your heart palpitations. Bump, 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 bump. And it's getting faster. Bump, bump. And then somebody touches you and you're like, panic. Panic. It's panic. Natural panic. We all have it. Then you calm down. It didn't take you too long to calm down because you're not a person that suffers with panic attacks. So this is just normal people. And you're walking along, you turn that corner. Then you realize you just lost your tour guide. Your person that's guiding you through the haunted house. Now you're really going to panic because you're like, Where'd everybody go? I took a wrong turn. It's dark in here. I took a wrong turn. Why didn't they let me bring a flashlight? Why didn't they let me bring my cell phone? Oh my lordy, I'm lost. Oh God, I'm lost. Okay, so you get back on track. Just panicked. Had a little anxiety going on there. She's like, ah. So see, we all have anxiety. Um, yeah, we all have anxiety inside us. We all have panic. We all have this. We have depression. Look at the movie Inside Out. Okay, that's showing that we all have those emotions inside us, no matter what. Okay, and me, I didn't understand the way that they showed anxiety on uh, Inside Out. I mean, the character, little anxiety with the little, kind of like what's going on with my hair. I don't say how they portrayed anxiety like a little character like that, but the way that they portrayed Riley having a panic attack at the hockey rink and the heart palpitation and her going like this. I do that quite often. So I understood that scene right there hit me so hard when Riley was having her panic attack. And if you haven't seen Inside Out 2, I'm very, very freaking sorry that I just did that. But come on, it's on Disney Plus, okay? And you can go online and you can find places where you can watch it. Anyways, the way they portrayed Riley having a panic attack was just on spot. It was on spot. Her fast breathing, her moving of her legs, her, clutching at her shirt, her jersey, the breathing, the constant, going like this. That's me. That is me. That is the exact interpretation of a panic attack. Right there is when everything seems out of control. Your body is out of control. Everything is just out of control. You're having a out of body experience right there because you're like, what's going on? What's going on? Now, some panic attacks, they can just look normal. Like right now, I'm having heart palpitations. My chest is hurting. Okay. Probably from standing here for almost 40 minutes. Hope these weren't washed in that detergent that makes me itchy. Sometimes you can't tell when somebody's having a panic attack because of the way they have it. Or some people, they're afraid to express emotion when they're having these different attacks because that's mainly for people that have dealt with trauma where they've been yelled at or abused for expressing how they feel. Me, I spent so many years of my life not knowing how to express myself because of past abuse. So I need to go downstairs and I need to check to see if we have any mail down there. Hopefully, I have some election papers down there because I got to find out the times that we're supposed to go voting. Because we didn't vote out here last time, last year, whenever we voted where we were at because that's where our address was. Um, so I'm gonna get that done, and when I come back, I'm gonna sit down for a second. Hopefully, not get too comfortable sitting down. I just need to sit down for a little bit because this line's fine. My back hurts, and then I'm gonna work on figuring that out. Even if I have to write it all down like I don't want to, we're gonna get it done. But for those of us that struggle with depression, anxiety, panic, stress, trauma, you're not alone. There are many people out there that are struggling. I'm one of them. So you and me, we know what's going on. You know what's going on. It's life draining, and we need to take our lives back and stop letting it drain as much as we're letting. So I'll let y'all go. And I will see you all later. So you all stay tuned because I will be back. I will be back. Just not sure when. So bye for now.